system. Another default is that the unhealthiest foods are the tastiest foods. Now, this is a hard crowd to convince you of that, but I'm going to try anyway. I love fruits and vegetables. I love apples. When I look at that, my mouth waters. But if all else were equal, if the health effects of this and this were equal, I would never choose the apple. I would choose the pizza or the hamburger and fries or the warm chocolate chip cookie every single time. The reason for that is that food scientists have become very good at understanding how our brains respond to and react to and crave tastes, smells, and textures. And they've become very good at engineering foods and processing foods to take advantage of that, largely by adding lots of salt and sugar and fat, to make these foods almost irresistible to our brains. Now, you don't see that with the healthy foods. Mother Nature really isn't able to do that, certainly not to the extent that food scientists are with the unhealthy processed foods. Another default is that the unhealthy foods are far more available, and this is particularly the case in inner cities. You can't walk from here to there without hitting several fast food restaurants and convenience stores and bodegas, which have few, if any, healthy foods available. And yet another default is that the unhealthy foods are much more heavily marketed than the healthy foods in our society. We spend billions and billions and billions pushing the fast foods and the sodas and all these unhealthy junk foods on consumers, and virtually nothing promoting the healthy foods. McDonald's alone spends almost $1 billion every year promoting their foods, which dwarfs the amount of money that we spend on fruits and vegetables. It dwarfs the amount of money that we spend promoting the dietary guidelines. And all these food marketing dollars lead to lots and lots and lots of messages, more than 6,000 every year on TV alone to children alone, specifically to promote the unhealthy foods, compared with virtually nothing to promote the healthy foods. And all these marketing dollars also buys lots and lots of messengers. These messengers shape our preferences and our tastes, and ultimately our decisions and our behaviors. Studies show that when Shrek is on a package, kids actually say that the food tastes better. It's the same exact food, and yet having Shrek on the package or Shaq or any of these other messengers makes it taste better to them, believe it or not. This is where we learn how to eat in our society. The dietary guidelines tell us one thing, but everything in our environment tells us the exact opposite. Ultimately, Shrek is the de facto Surgeon General, and all these ads and media claims are essentially the de facto dietary guidelines.